Okay, let's try to improve upon this. Uh, First thing I want to do, I actually drew it too small for once. Amazing. So let's make this bigger. So I feel like I can do something with it. Do. Boy, I can make this quite a bit bigger. All right. There we go. View, zoom in to 100%. Now I'll be struggling to figure out where to put my hand. C'est la vie. Want to do a quick comparison? Well, now I got to make the photo bigger. I guess I should have sized it up to be the same as the photo. Oh no. All right, let's resize that a little bit. Could I do these things in advance? Maybe. But I like you to know that I'm not cheating. I like you to see me doing things in real time. Wow. Okay. Everything's off by a mile. Like if we put his head in place. Holy guacamole. Everything is just so off. Wow, like this is terrible. Okay. So his waist is a little lower. The right arm is more or less in place. Left arm is not nearly in place. His torso does not come down even remotely in the same way. Oy, 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 oy. All right, I've looked at this some. Let's turn that back off. Let's turn that opacity down. I'm going to skip up here to the green layer for a few minutes. And I'm going to make a few quick notes. This arm went way further up, like yo. This went like yo. Like yo. But that means that this went like yo. Yo, 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 yo. All right, let's remember that. Let's duplicate that layer. So then let's play Cheaty Wheaties. Okay, Gotta pick up the cat food real quick because I am once again on the kitchen floor feeding the cats. That's just when I seem to have time to do this. Of course, somehow this fit. I guess his arm was going back enough in space that somehow, well, maybe it didn't fit. Did it not fit? Maybe if it fit, it barely fit. All right, let's take that hand and move it back up here. Does it bend? It doesn't bend that much. Jeez. Why won't you stay where I put you? Okay. And then let's take you. Let's turn off the keep aspect ratio and widen you up just a little bit, boy. You thin, boy, you thin. Okay. Now let's grab you. Let's just grab all of you and move you over accordingly. You fit more with. All right, we'll start with that, but then we will. This up with that. All right. Now, for the sake of consistency, I have to grab that layer and this layer, and then make them a little smaller so that dadgum hand fits. Okay, boink. Then I can select all, and I can clear what I drew on that layer. Hoi polloi. Let's make one more little adjustment. Actually, I think I grabbed too much. I think I don't need any of that. Wait a minute. Let's remember to turn the keep aspect ratio back on. Let's make that a little bigger. get that back down on here. I think that's a little more in line. Okay. Okay. I think we're a little more in line with the photo now. Lordy mercy. So, let's get into looking at what is all going on here. Back of the head. Down into the neck. Which actually, this trapezius there is smaller than I had originally drawn. So, shoulder, right, that shadow comes. It doesn't literally follow the clavicle, I don't think. I think it's actually a little above the clavicle. If we really get in there and look. He's got really nice ears that I'm not doing justice to. All right, now, so this arm is going back in space. One thing I didn't really realize is that this arm is actually going away from us. Also, this guy is totally like somewhat double jointed. So his elbows bend more than we typically see. So they're actually coming up and then bending a little further than normal. Usually you don't get more straight as far as you get, but this guy's is going a little further. You can see it in both arms. This guy's got really strong biceps. And really, you can see the shadow run. Along here. I do think I mentioned that this arm is going back in space in the other video, but I really wanted to re-emphasize that because it makes a big difference that the arm on the right is coming towards us a little bit and the one on the left here is going back in space. okay. Actually, what's interesting is his thumb is bending down, actually, when I actually zoom in and look at it. Yeah. His whole hand is lost in shadow, really. It's okay to pull the details out of it and draw it, and because if you do that, you can then change the lighting to be whatever you want it to be. You don't have to be locked into what the lighting of the actual image is. All right. Fascinating. Come on, screen. I bury the light sensor for the iPad into my chest, and bye-bye goes the lighting. Nope. That's fascinating, though. I've never seen a guy with such long biceps like this guy. But I'm doing his forearms such a injustice. I don't know what's the word. Disservice. I think that's a lot better. Yeah, that's better. Okay. His shoulders are so long and slim. So this guy really is a dancer. He has, he doesn't have like weightlifter muscles. He's got endurance muscles. He's got muscles of a dancer, muscles built for being able to do something for long periods of time and hold poses and lift his body up and sustain that, lift another dancer up. Muscles built for endurance are so different than muscles just built for lifting a large amount of weight for a short amount of time. Or longer, stringier. Oh yeah, buddy. I'll give you more food in a second, pal. You bet. Good shadow. When my cat Bubba wants more food, he just climbs on and off me and on and off and on and off. Hey, remember me? Remember me? I want more. And then if he really gets desperate, he might meow. But then he goes back to getting on and off and on and off and on and off. Hey. All right, so I really got those wrong. There we go. Middle finger goes way further down so that later on we see that third finger sticking up. Okay. Okay. Right, right. So how is it? Okay. All right. I need to go back to this layer. We need to select this leg and we need to adjust it because it clearly comes down at a further angle. So we see a lot more of that upper leg. Yeah. That angle is way off. Man, the definition on those calves is nuts. Okay. Again, we kind of lose definition here because the white gets lost in the white. We do get that running down the knee. Yep, that shadow becomes that midline of the bone running down the front of the shin. We'll get a little bit of resurgence from the inside of the calf there, muscles. All right, a little bit of bulge from the inside of the ankle. Then we got the outside. And let's see. Let's skip on up here. Let's come back over here. It's funny, the shadow comes pretty far forward here. Bumps up here and then runs down there. So we're seeing the big toe there. That's the inside of his foot. He doesn't have a very high arch. His foot is a little long. Okay. Other foot. We get the bones on the upper foot protruding out, which makes it bulge out a little bit. We come down. Bulge coming out for the big toe there, upper joint of the big toe. The bulge coming out for the outside of the foot down here. Little toe. Everything kind of comes out here. So, like a lot of people, it looks like his second toe is longer than his big toe. Buckle my shoe. He's got a big old knobby knuckle on that big toe. So this kind of shadow comes up, kind of cuts right down the middle of his foot, interestingly enough. Okay. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. All right. This guy's eyebrow wonderfully defines the eye socket. His eyes are closed. Done that a little too much. Kind of small, so it's hard to get details exactly right in the face. But I think that looks pretty good. Coming up there. His jawline. But then part of that cheekbone, part of that cheek is in shadow, and then we get the, he's got a high jawbone, high cheekbone. Segues into his hairline here, yeah. Okay. So then, I would proceed to color in shadow area. Not completely dark. I like being able to see some of the lines underneath it. Do. If I were taking the time to edit this stuff, I would edit this out. But I'm not, because I don't have a ton of time to sit around and transfer these to my computer and edit them for umpteen hours. Re-render. Upload. Yada, yada, yada. But it won't take me but a minute. But I think it's worth seeing done. I think it makes a difference. Gives you some weight and volume to your piece. And even though I have the lines there that suggest, okay, this is what you would do, I do think sometimes it helps to see it. Alright, watch this. Make a new layer. I went just a little faster. Tricks of the trade, okay. If you're working digitally. Oh, shoot. Except, don't erase things you need. Then you have to back up. Anyway, then if you're in Clip Studio, you can transfer to lower layer, and boom, it has the layer effect on it. And then I can just get rid of that layer. Okay. Oh, one more bit. It's the best bit. It's the best shadow on the whole piece. Okay, so we've taken we've taken our rough little gesture drawing and we've made a refined drawing where we paid a little more attention to the muscles and actually what the photograph is doing. I think that left arm is still pretty pathetic. It needs work. I think it needs to be a little bigger. But, you know, this is definitely a dramatic improvement over what we had before. I guess we can look real fast and see if my notes, based on looking at the picture, made any improvements. Yeah, we're a lot closer to being in line. We are still not totally in line. Head, toe, look at that. The head is still my head is still too small. My arms are still too high. My guy, if I match his torso up, his head's still way off. The arm is closer. I actually have it a little too far up. I mean, the size really isn't that far off, which is weird, but it just looks, I don't know. It looks feeble. It's better. It's better. It's better. It's not perfect, but it's an improvement. But yeah, I don't know. I think I really think I think I would have to do more to show. I mean, I think there's some evidence you can see there that it's going back in space. You can tell by the hand, you know, that the way the thumb plays out here and the fingers, that it's going back in space. And you can tell slightly from this, just a teeny bit, but not much by the hand. But you can tell from this that it's coming forward a little bit in space. But it's pretty subtle. Anyway, there you go. Sometimes your things don't come out as well as you would like them to. And you can take forever redoing it over and over and over again, or you can keep moving forward and try to get better with the next one, you know? And you got to pick, do I want to redo it or do I want to keep moving forward? Sometimes you just have to keep moving forward because otherwise you'll spend eternity stuck on one thing. Anyway, that's this one. Let's move on to the next one. Peace.